Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese. Today we are going to cover how to say X is good at or X is bad at Y. And as you can see here, X is going to be a person that can be good or bad at something, and Y is going to be the particular activity or thing that X is going to be good or bad at. And to use this grammar construct, we're going to use three words, and those three words are jyouzu, heta, and tokui. So this grammar construct is actually grammatically similar to a previous one that we covered, the X wa Y ga suki desu. And the reason behind this is because it also derives from the topic wa subject ga descriptor grammar construct or grammatical form. So I've listed three words that we're going to use, but we're only describing two things, to either be good or to be bad at something. So what is the difference between these three? Well, for two of them, jyouzu and tokui, they're both being used to describe a goodness at an activity, but the distinction is that jyouzu is used more as someone's objective analysis of something, while tokui is more of a subjective analysis. And for this reason, when you're describing your own talents at something, you're better off using tokui because people will know that it's a subjective analysis and you're not being so cocky as to say, I am objectively good at this. It's just inarguable that I am good at this. That is usually not the case. So now that I've covered the basics, let's just jump right into the example sentences to get a better idea of this. So if I say, Watashi wa bideoge game ga tokui desu, what I'm basically saying is I am good at video games, and you can see that the grammar form here is just really basic, really exactly just like the introduction to the actual grammar pattern itself. We have watashi, which is me, we have wa to mark me as the topic of the sentence, we have video game, which makes it the subject, and then we have the ga particle, then we have the descriptor, which is tokui, and then we end the sentence with desu. For our second example, we're going to praise somebody else's talents. We are going to say, Anata wa nihongo ga jyouzu desu. So this is basically the same exact form, we're just swapping the elements to describe someone else's talents. We have anata, which is you, we have wa, the topic marker again, we have nihongo, which is going to be the subject this time, we have the ga particle to mark that, and then we have jyouzu desu, and we're using jyouzu here because we want it to be more of an objective praise, as if to say, generally speaking, people would consider you really good at Japanese, and it's not just me who thinks that way. So for our third example, let's go back to talking about ourselves, but instead of praising ourselves, we are going to demean ourselves. For our third example sentence, we have Watashi wa spotsu ga heta desu. Not to say that anybody who's good at video games is automatically going to be bad at sports, but this is what that sentence is saying coincidentally. So we have watashi, which is me, we have wa, the topic marker, we have spotsu, which is sports, that's the subject, and we have the ga particle right after that to mark that, and then we have the descriptor, which is heta, which means bad at. So all together we have watashi wa spotsu ga heta desu, as I am bad at sports. So yeah, that's the basic rundown on how to say you're good and bad at things. It's a pretty simple grammar construct. You can see how you can just basically interchange a bunch of things to describe your talents and weaknesses, I guess, and just remember the distinction between complimenting yourself and complimenting other people. The subjective and objective part of it is a pretty basic thing in the Japanese language that extends to a bunch of other grammar patterns too. So yeah, that's the video.